I won! You didn't see it, but I won. Yeah, fellas. It was easy as shit, actually. First try, literally every time. But yeah, this guy is kind of fucking stupid, actually. Although there is like a shit ton of damage that you can do to him. I guess with proper cogflies and curva claw, you can actually like beat him super easily. Watch the peak. Let's go do that, actually. Ah ha 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 ha. Alright, let's go watch the peak. Steam hardware announcement. Wait, does it have... Wait, why is it on IGN? I want to watch... Alright, whatever. Silksong is kind of messing with me. Whatever. So, if it has Gabe after dieting, it's gonna be very nice. OM something. Wait, let's try to find the original one. Let's not watch the IGN version.
Hey everyone, this is Steam Deck. Steam Deck is our powerful, portable, handheld gaming PC that lets you take your Steam library with you anywhere. We're pretty proud of it. People who own Steam Decks have been playing everywhere, and we couldn't be happier with the response we've heard from all of you. We're excited to talk about the future of Steam Deck, but not today, because this isn't a video about the future of Steam
Oh
Deck.
no,
This
trolled.
is a video about the future of Steam hardware. Today, we're announcing 3 new members of the...
I would love a Steam Deck. You know, it's like you need to pronounce it with like a British accent, which is sussy as fuck. Because it's gonna be like deck, Steam Deck. You guys like my dick?
Steam hardware lineup. All connect you with powerful PC gaming.
Ooh,
All are optimized for
lineup.
gaming with Steam.
Wait,
And all are shipping in early 2026.
early
Let's
2026.
start with this one.
Oh, controllers? Wait, that's Pog.
This is the new Steam controller.
No. 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 No, 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 no. You see the position of the sticks. Why the fuck do they choose? I mean, it's so thick. That too. It looks quite bulky. I don't understand the point of the 2 buttons below the sticks. I feel like it's some kind of Steam meme thing, but I don't like it. And I fucking hate the PlayStation, but the PlayStation sticks layout. They need the mouse cursor thingy. Yeah, I think that's actually that. Although I think that Switch 2 does it much better. You know, you kind of have Joy-Cons which act as a mouse by themselves, and they connect to form a controller, which is, you know, a super janky, super weird setup in the first place, but, you know, it works. It works wonders, actually. It is quite nice, and you get the gaming experience of this. But I guess, you know, Joy-Cons are probably, like, expensive to emulate and make, but, dude, you know, there are stick layouts and there are mental disorders. You know, this in the commercial, this is a mental disorder. This is what a normal controller fucking looks like. You see this stick? It's over here. Because when you hold it, this is a sensible grip. And this is fucking not. This hurts your fingers. And it's also much harder to control. So, dude, don't fucking do this. Alright, you can't see, it's getting filtered out, but, you know, having your finger over here fucking hurts. Don't do this ever. It's so fucking stupid. This controller is already ass. If they did a Joy-Con shaped controller, they would get sent a lawsuit from Nintendo. Yes. That's also probably insanely true. They need the trackpad thingy because the controller has to be able to be used for the Steam Deck. I think that yes, they kind of went with this touch control meme for the Steam Deck and they have to stick with it, kinda. But the thing that I'm complaining about on this thing mostly is the fucking stick placement. You know, I don't understand why PlayStation controllers do that. It's so bad. Like, seriously, am I the only person who actually has like some beef with the fact that controllers do this in 2025? It's like, how is this designed for human hands? I'm sorry, I don't understand. If they had them a little out, more like the joysticks, you could get around it, but now it's very in the middle. Exactly, this is the problem. It's like it's very, very in the middle. At least N64 had a way to reach the bloody stick. We don't talk about N64, okay? That is... They realized how bad it is, and then they designed GameCube controllers, which are still, like, you know, insanely good to these days. Like, genuine thing, I had an original GameCube controller, and it was so fucking good. It actually felt so good. I mean, today, left and right buttons are not very, you know, they're not very up to date, but they're still kind of nice. So yeah, overall, I don't know. I think that the GameCube controllers are just really, really good. You know, they kind of hit it big with them, and I also think that, you know, just generally, you know, the reason that I like these Switch 2 controllers is because they don't fuck around. You know, they have the good button layout, and that's all that you need from a controller. It feels good ergonomically, and it has really good button layout that is very comfortable to use. That's all you need from a controller. I don't understand why you have to mess with different other things. Like, you know, human hands have not evolved forever. You don't have to, you know, design something new. Like, honestly, Switch 2 Pro, like, I mean, stuff like Xbox controllers, and Nintendo Pro controllers have figured out the formula. You don't need much more than this. Actually, this is Switch 2 Pro, so it has additional two buttons. You can see there is a button here and there is a button here, and you can actually bind them to something on Nintendo Switch. So this is like a new thing that they have added, but it's still something that needs that you know is the only innovation that you're gonna get on a controller, really. Everything beyond that is like kind of redundant. You don't need it. And this thing is also, you know, I hate the button layout. Or I mean, I hate the stick layout, sorry. Her hands are really chubby. That too, actually. Those fingers are really chubby. I just noticed my hands are really fucking thin. I mean, kind of same. You know, Emma's thin, bro. I mean, I guess this is kind of big, but everything else is kind of thin. I need to lose some weight as well, going to the gym. But most of my fat is on the belly, so you can't really see it, which is kind of good. Alright, continuing.
The new Steam controller puts
Oh, Silksong!
at your fingertips, so you can play wherever and however.
Wait. Is what he's doing actually matching the
All of
buttons?
your Steam games at your fingertips, so you can
Wait,
play
it looks like he
wherever and
is.
however you want. Just like
Wait. Let's try that again.
Steam games at your fingertips, so you can play wherever and however you want.
It looks like he is actually
All
playing.
of your Steam games at your fingertips, so you can play wherever and however you want.
Yeah, okay, he's actually playing. Subtle flex, can you wrap your hand around your wrist? What do you mean? Like this? Or what? I mean, if this is the case, I can. I cannot, for example, do this with like two hands on my hip. For example, though. Like my hip is so big, it's not enough for me to use two of my wrists. It feels weird they wouldn't actually play the game doing the commercial, at least nowadays. That's the fun part. A lot of the times they actually don't. It's like they show you somebody doing something like on the controller, but it's actually not what is happening in the game. So this is actually a good commercial. They are actually playing Silksong.
Just like with Steam Deck, We want you to be able to play any game with your Steam controller, even games never built with a controller in mind. It has all the great features from Steam Deck, like trackpads, gyro, and back buttons.
Okay, that is also not needed. Why do you have two back buttons? That's kind of insane, to be honest. But I guess this is supposed to, kind of compensate for the lack of keyboard. So it makes sense. Like if you're going to design a controller that you're going to be selling for a while, so you kind of need to have that. Because Steam Deck has two and it has to be customizable. Exactly. I think that's the point. It's like because they are targeting the PC market, and they are trying to sell you the idea that you can play PC games with controllers. So basically, they have to do this. I remember seeing an ad of Genshin in a Daram video. Wait, that's fucking wild. How are you gonna reach the two back buttons when you're trying to reach the sticks? You probably don't. I mean, I don't know. I have used it on my again. I've started using Switch 2 Pro, and I actually like it. I mean, it's Switch. It's basically the same as
Please
Switch
give
Pro
me
with two
cock.
buttons on the back.
Oh, please give me cock. I want a cock.
But
Please
yeah,
give me cock.
I've used it in one game in Xenoblade X, and it felt okay to use the back buttons. But it is only one, and it is large. These are like two ones, and they're quite small, so I'm not sure how that is gonna work out. It needs all the features the deck has. I guess, yes, you're right in that regard. But it still is quite a lot of buttons. It seems it has basically the same dimensions as the deck. Should be fine. Okay, I thought that there were actually different versions of the deck, with like one's built for smaller hands, one's built for bigger hands and whatnot. BRB, I gotta mute. Alright, it's okay, we're just kinda yapping about random shit.
Its next generation magnetic thumbsticks let you play with improved responsiveness and longevity. We've put capacitive touch sensors on the thumbsticks and now on the back of the controller too, so you can enable precision gyro aiming with the touch of your thumb or your
Oh wait, that's kinda neat. Gyro and... Okay, I like the idea that people are trying to innovate on sticks. Because the one thing that Nintendo is absolutely terrible at, it's like they generally have really good hardware, aside from their sticks. Like their sticks have been abysmal. It literally takes like a year or two, and their sticks start to falter, which is kind of a problem. And also, after like pretty insane long gaming sessions, like I did Cyberpunk a while ago, abysmal dog shit. I actually like that emote so much. There is like a version of it which is like abysmal dog shit. Also, I think I should have a 7 TV for this. Yeah, there you go. You can also do this. Anyway, yeah. What did I want to say? I was yapping about sticks on Nintendo. Yeah, I did a thing for I was streaming Cyberpunk like a long time ago when it came out, all the way in 2020, and I spent like 100 hours or something in a month on it, or maybe in a few weeks actually. And my controller just started malfunctioning so badly. And then it's like I didn't touch it for a few days and then it went back to normal. It's kind of wild. But Nintendo controllers are like notoriously bad for their sticks. Darman makes Genshin Impact ad, instantly regrets it. I feel like I'm supposed to know who that is. Oh wait, it's like a guy who films like short movies, right? I remember like watching a video which is like Darman has fallen. There's like a channel, Sunny V2, And I think he's the one who I watched on it. Up until now, I've robbed these. Yeah, dude, 7TV is honestly
Please
kind
give
of
me
based.
cock. Oh, please give me cock.
It's a guy
I
doing
want a
life
cock.
lesson videos. Yeah,
Please
exactly.
give me cock.
I remember this guy. Please give me cock. Alright, let's see. What else do you have for me?
Funky, if you're feeling fancy. Play
Oh.
for way too long with a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that allows for over 35
Dude,
hours of playtime.
rechargeable lithium-ion battery? No way, bro. That is an innovation. Never been done before. He baked a Genshin ad into one of his videos and it was horrendous. Oh, dude, I mean, rightfully so. Why would you advertise waifu gambling casino, says the streamer, whose most popular streams are waifu gambling casino streams. You know, it's kind of funny. I have like literally, I am like top 1% or something on Twitch in terms of hours streamed of Genshin. So, you know, I shouldn't be the one hating. but still, come on, you can just whack at the guy. I mean, I guess the point is that his audience does not play Genshin. So for him, he does get paid. He does get paid to advertise. And his audience is like not really a fan of what he's done there. Rechargeable? Dude, that's an innovation. I was throwing away my controllers after they decharge every time. Don't gamble, kids. Proceeds to gamble. Yeah, it's like, imagine a life lesson where it's like, kids, gambling is bad. But if you do want to gamble, here's the sponsor of today's video. You know? It's kind of like that. It's like, if you ever feel like you need to get the urge out, just, you know, have a cheat day. You can pull a waifu and it's actually feels good, you know? Oh man. You know, it's actually funny because Valve is literally creating casinos for kids. For real money. And it's not even funny, and we're kind of sitting here watching the ads for Valve stuff. I've thrown away so many of them, like, after they die, you can't use them, right? Yeah, they're unusable, man. You just have to put them in a trash bin. They actually have separate, you know, there are these trash bins where you have to separate things like plastics, bottles, and whatnot. We have a separate one for controllers. And basically people just throw their controllers away over there every time. It's like it's you can see that it's like almost always full. It's kind of insane, man. Like before this innovation, everybody was just kind of throwing away their controllers, man. It's been a huge problem actually. I want this guy's room though. Dude, his room is so good. I was also gonna like kind of comment about it, but it's actually so slick. And also his PC. Look at his PC. It's kind of fire. And he's got a cactus on top of this. You know what? This is kind of funny. Also, the random lights like this behind your monitor. Also, who the fuck uses speakers like this in 2025? Okay, actual questions. Who the fuck actually uses speakers like this in 2025? I remember my first PC when I was 10. My dad bought like two large speakers. They look like kind of, you know, just flat out hands like this. And yeah, I don't remember ever using anything else after. More fake Silksong gameplay. I mean, this guy actually legit was playing. I think this guy was actually playing for real because he was pressing left and right, and Hornet was going left and right, and he was also pressing attack button. I mean, his bindings are weird because he's using Y to attack, or like, you know, the left button. I guess it's better to call them left because the controller may have different, you know, A, B, X, Y, whatever. But he was using the left button to attack. Feels a little. Wait, am I using left button to attack also? Wait. No, I'm using B. I'm using the down button. So that is a sensible button, actually. Same with phones. There ain't no way you can reuse them. Absolutely. I had them until 2022. Wait, for real? That's insane. I thought that the market for them died. I mean, basically, the moment that you have HDMI in your monitor and it has a speaker, and it's like literally every monitor these days, you just don't need that at all. Like, that doesn't really improve your experience by a lot, I feel like. On our 18-year-old PC. Oh, really? I mean, 18-year-old PC sounds about right. Because, again, I was 10, like, 18 years ago, 19 at this point. And with that, uh, I actually had, like, a thing back then. We had those speakers back then, but we don't have them now. Except one broke down, so we have one hanging for dear life on one side of the desk. It was the same for me. It's like the way that those speakers died is that first one of them died and then the other one. It's like it was like just very random. One day one of them dies and it's like nothing you can do about it. It's so stupid. I think my dad tried to repair them, but they also have like a wire connection between them. So it's like if you do something about this wire, then the other one is also gonna screw up. So they were like really, really bad. It's like you try to repair, but it's like you can't cut off the wire. So even though one of them is not working, you still have to keep it on the table because the other one didn't work without it. Without having like that physical wire, which is also like really fucking dumb. Alright, anyway, continue.
We want to make charging and wireless pairing something that's actually easy. That's why we created the puck.
That guy is kind of bad at the game though. I mean, look at it.
Something that's actually
He's like,
easy.
oop.
That's why we created
Oop.
the puck.
You see this guy? This guy is not a gamer. Look at his hands on the sticks.
Something that's actually easy.
Look at his hands. He's like,
That's why we created the
he's like doing something and then he's like taking his hands off. It's like it's so weird.
puck. The puck is a combination.
Don't be too harsh, homie. I mean, I'm nitpicking for content. Come on. I'm just content farming at this point. Just leave him alone. I did. Okay, I did. We leave the guy alone. He's just there because he got paid. I know! That's the funny part. That's why I like doing this. You know those? Dude, guys, have you actually been around at the time of Ubisoft E3s? Real talk. Because there was a long while where it's like every E3, Ubisoft just comes in, it gets like they try to advertise a new game. So the way that they do it is that they bring in a bunch of actors that are like playing the game and they're like communicating completely like actors. It's like this is not how real people would actually communicate or play at all. So it's like it's very very scripted. It's not like it's supposed to be like a live demo or whatever, but it is pre-recorded completely. I think at first they tried to sell it as like live, but then everybody realized they're pre-recorded and everybody was like, yeah, whatever. They're pre-recorded. Why though? I mean, that was how they did marketing. Alright, let's see. Oh shoot, wait. Let's see. Ubisoft E3 actors demo. Does it actually show what they're like? Wait, does this guy show what they're doing?
Rather than proposed.
I think that's not what it is doing.
Graphics would lead.
Yeah, okay, it's not what it is doing. Let's see. Are there any timestamps? Is there anything? What are these timestamps actually? Oh man, it's way too long. I'm not gonna show it right now, I guess. Wait, what if Ubisoft E3? Let's find something like The Crew. Oh, that's announcement. Gameplay demo. There was like another game that I remember. No, okay, whatever. But yeah, Ubisoft was notorious for a while for doing that, where it's like they hire a bunch of where they hire like a bunch of actors and pretend that they are playing like some kind of demo. And it was so funny every time because those people are not gamers and they like have just a script that they're reading from, and that script is usually like pretty fucking cringe. I remember there was like one survival game or whatever that they did this ways. I don't remember the name. I could try to look it up at some point, but for now I feel like we try to focus on another thing. Bioshock Infinite. Did I see Bioshock Infinite? Yes, there was Bioshock Infinite. Streamer, we must see the GameCube. Alright, we will. Oh, dude! I like it when the bots get 7 TV'd. They probably don't even realize.
Steam control. Snap it on to charge. Once you're charged up, snap it off again.
That's actually a very nice charger.
Bluetooth or a wired connection too. The new Steam controller works with any device running Steam or Steam Link, whether it's a PC, Mac, handheld, smartphone, Steam Deck, or the new Steam machine. Oh, this is the new Steam machine.
The new Steam machine! Oh shoot, it is the GameCube. Wait, it is literally GameCube. Wait, it is literally GameCube. What the hell, man? Wait, is it running 8-inch discs?
Powerful gaming PC in a small.
Dude, I like the customization though. It's just a bloody cube. I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny. You know how they say that the world literally goes in circles? It's like Nintendo releases Virtual Boy, Valve releases GameCube. It's kind of funny. Fuck you. Man, that's a rude bot. That bot. Bad bot. Bad bot. Bad. I can't help my autocorrect.
Package designed for your games on the big screen. It's quiet too, which is crazy since it's 6 times more
quiet. Crazy.
powerful than a Steam Deck. Powered by a discrete, semi-custom AMD GPU.
Wait, AMD GPU? Wait. AMD actually winning?
4K gaming at 60 frames per second with FSR. Steam Machine runs SteamOS made for a bigger screen, built for gaming in your living room, your office, or wherever you play, with the rest of your PC accessories. Steam Machine borrows some great features from Steam Deck, like
SteamOS, fast suspend resume, desktop mode, seamless updates, notifications, Steam input.
lightning fast sleep and wake.
Alright.
An SD card slot.
SD card slot. Wait, that's actually not bad. Although it is SD, not micro SD. At this point, why do you need SD over micro SD? It's actually kind of wild because Nintendo literally released Switch 2 with a micro SD with like some kind of new tech. There's like a really super fast micro SD version or whatever. And basically I had to wait almost half a year actually to get a 512 gigabyte version of that micro SD. And Steam is still like SD card slot. It's like, it feels a little odd. It feels a little odd that Nintendo is like on the cutting edge, on like the most cutting, bleeding edge of technical innovation with their micro SDs, and Steam is just using SD cards.
Easily expand your
Oh, friend list? Dude, wait, you can actually get friends with GameCube? Wait, that's kind of pog. Streamer, don't be harsh on minimum wage digital artist that has a clearly IRL women name as Twitch user and has auto caps first letter on. Okay, fine. Fine. They need to form a union, and we're not gonna discriminate on their union, okay? They can always form a union, and then we're not gonna discriminate on them.
Of its own, like a customizable LED strip, which can show different system functionalities, or your own light show. Steam Machine is a PC, so run whatever software you want.
Oh.
And it works with all your favorite desktop
Wait, that's
and gaming
nice.
accessories. Steam Machine is designed to work hand in hand with.
I mean, okay. Here's the real question: price and specs. Because it feels really nice, or it looks really nice in general. But price and specs. These are the two big questions. I mean, AMD stuff is actually kind of good. I mean, I like, unironically, I have AMD CPU now. I still have NVIDIA GPU. But AMD CPUs are like the best on the market now, and they're literally like several generations ahead of Intel, which is insane. But GPUs are a little worse, for sure. But they're not like marginally bad. If they also have a custom AMD CPU, then that is actually a huge win. Because if this is like a gaming machine and it has a V-Cache AMD CPU, it's actually kind of bonkers.
Controller with a low latency.
Don't be harsh, be racist to them specifically. You know, it used to be really easy because you could always say that they're Indians. But now these days, there are actually lots of Nigerian scammers as well. So it's like kind of harder. Because they could be in Nigeria, they could be in India. I think I've seen a bunch of Pakistani scammers, but I'm not so sure. And there are like a couple of other countries which are, you know, but I can't remember which ones exactly are the most frequent. But there are like also a couple of countries that have like more and more scammers as well. Also, I'm just really curious what their scam is. At some point, I'm just gonna add one of them everywhere and be like, yo, bro, what is your actual late game? Like, are you gonna just try to take my money and be off with it or whatever? Like, what is actually their late game? I wonder. It's a 50-50. I mean, probably yes. Oh, you know what we can do actually? One thing that we can do to those scammers is like every time that one of them joins, you can just do this.
Do not redeem the card! Do not redeem! Do not redeem the card!
Yeah, we can just spam this. If one of them joins, just fucking spam this and see if they get mad. It's gonna be really funny. There are also really annoying ones. Some of them, they actually listen to you. Some of them are just like, oh, my headphones are broken. Can you type me in chat? And they're also like really annoying ones that just try to add you in Discord. I actually deleted a couple people from Discord today because they were like very obviously bots. So yeah, let's see.
Wireless
GabeCube.
connectivity of the Steam controller puck built right in, and it's great for streaming your games to your phone, tablet, laptop, Steam Deck, or Steam Frame. Oh, yep, this is Steam Frame.
Oh fuck, we got VR goggles.
Steam Frame is Valve's.
Dude, it looks so bad. I mean, you can't really make this look good. I think. Honestly, that cable also looks kind of weird on the right side. But yeah, Apple Vision Pro 2.0. Imagine Apple, imagine this situation. Apple has released their Vision Pro like a couple years ago for $3,000. A bunch of people bought them. And Apple just literally took down the entire stock and took down the entire thing within like a month or two or something. Just because it was getting bad reviews, it was not selling well, and it was overpriced as shit to begin with. But imagine that motherfucking Gabe comes out, goes like, oh, Half-Life 3? Yeah, you can buy it and you can play it with this VR. And then suddenly, Steam is like seeing a huge amount of success with this, and Apple is like, fuck, man, we were too early. And they just re-released the Vision Pro and it just doesn't sell again. I remember the old VR being so fucking pricey. It still is pricey, actually. But let's see what their price on this is as well. And then Steam bought them all. Not sure what you mean by that. If it actually comes with Half-Life 3 Early Access, the thing is, it wouldn't be a crazy idea. It actually is low-key not a crazy idea that Valve's Half-Life 3 may rely on VR technology, and that they're actually going to release Half-Life 3 with it. It's actually not a crazy idea, because basically what they've been doing is that they were like, okay, we want Half-Life to innovate on new technology. So it's like every time that there is a new Half-Life game, they innovate with some kind of tech. And beforehand, it was mostly software. So like they have different rendering, they have like improved lighting, they have like some other form of GPU shenanigans. But now they were like, okay, here's Half-Life Alyx, and it literally is like, you know, a thing that is made for VR, and it's actually, I think, to this day, the best VR game by like a large margin. So technically, they were always saying that, like, okay, if we're gonna do Half-Life, we want it to do with, like, you know, some kind of breakthrough technology. And Gabe has been a little bit vocal about the fact that he thinks that VR is kind of a breakthrough technology. Half-Life Alyx was after Half-Life 2. Yes, Half-Life Alyx is the latest installment. I think it came out in like 2020, or maybe 2022 even. It's like fairly recent. Maybe 2019. Wait, when did Half-Life Alyx come out? Let's see. Half-Life Alyx. When did this thing come out? When did you come out? Wait. In 2020. Okay, yeah, March 2020. I liked it. I only watched it, but it was fun. It's kind of the same thing for me. Like, I don't have any VR and I've never used it. I watched the playthrough of it, and holy shit, it actually looks insanely good. Like, it looks insanely good and it feels like it's pretty fun. The only thing is that you have some obvious limitations of VR, in that you cannot really create very good fast-paced combat. Or, I mean, it's really hard to do it without somebody like throwing up their guts. So yeah. Jeff, that was the bloater copy name, right? That I do not remember. Alright, let's see.
Next generation VR hardware. Stream all your Steam games, VR and non-VR alike, in this comfortable, lightweight, wireless VR headset. Steam Frame uses camera-based tracking, so getting into your games is as easy as slipping on the headset and waking it up. Steam Frame controllers, included with the headset, are designed with all the inputs you need for your VR titles, like motion controls and capacitive tracking for all.
Yeah, these controllers are actually not bad.
Split gamepad layout to work with your whole.
Again, look at this stick. Why is it over here? Don't fucking do that. I'm gonna kill whoever thinks this is good design.
Steam library. They even feature the same magnetic thumbsticks as Steam Controller for responsiveness and longevity. Steam Frame also
I'm kind of
pairs
vibing with
seamlessly
the
new
music.
Steam Controller, a great companion for playing non-VR games in the headset. To make sure streaming is
Why do you
smooth and
play
stable
non-VR
no
in the
matter what,
headset?
Steam Frame includes a wireless adapter that lets you stream your games from your PC to your headset over a fast and dedicated Wi-Fi 6 connector.
Wait, that's insane. If you can actually... I mean, wait, I guess that's the entire point of it being wireless, but if you can actually... Wait, it's just streaming, right? It is just a stream. It's not actually, it's rendering on the Steam, on the device anyway, and it's just streaming the video, right? So it's not actually, okay, yeah. The headset is not actually rendering anything. Yeah, whatever, I'm stupid. If you have an ugly room, you don't need to see it. Honestly, I was thinking like a while ago, how can you actually do something fun with VR and XR? I think that honestly VR in particular is like the less fun part of it. I think that AR can do some fun things. I've seen a guy do some really insane things, but he also wrote like a very custom rendering engine for it. But you can do some crazy things with AR. Fuck is XR? Okay, so there's VR, which is virtual reality. VR is, when you have this like large headset and whatever you see is like whatever you see, right? It just completely replaces everything you see with like the game. There is AR, which is augmented reality. And AR is like you see whatever you see, but there is something else. Like let's say that you have a computer and there is a Pokemon sitting on your computer. So that is AR. And XR is just basically a term to call both of these. So like XR is AR plus VR. So it's just you can refer to either one of them as like XR or whatever.
To your frame optimized for VR, using new technology that allows for the highest resolution streaming exactly where your eyes are looking. And Steam Frame is a PC, running Steam OS. In addition to streaming, you can install and play a bunch of VR and non-VR games right in the headset without a host PC. You can also
Oh, okay, so that thing can also play things by itself. That's actually kind of nice.
onboard storage to fit.
Although, how strong is it?
Micro SD card.
Is the question.
Steam controller, Steam machine, and Steam.
I was gonna make a sex joke, but I won't. No, you do. You can do that.
Work together and can be used however you'd like with whatever peripherals and accessories you choose. Everything you see
Honestly, good
is a
stuff.
combination of what we've learned from our previous hardware experience and what we've wanted ourselves as gamers. Powerful PC gaming in an open ecosystem, giving you more ways to enjoy the games you love and discover new ones.
The music is kind of nice
Steam
though.
controller, Steam machine, and Steam frame are all shipping.
I'm sorry, but this is not the best way to actually draw this. Am I the only gooner over here who actually sees this? Dude. No. Okay, I'm gonna let it roll.
Learn more at steampowered.com/hardware.
It's so bad, man. Okay, wait. We need to click on the link. You're the only gooner? Okay, fine. I will accept that fate. Are you good, bro? Yes. What the fuck do you see in that? How do you not see tits? Okay, wait. So this is just showing shit at this point. How do you not see tits over here? Like literally. Alright, whatever. You have great tits. Yes. Alright, I don't see tits. Alright. I guess I am the gooner one. Coming in 2026. Okay, here is the question. Okay, they're not showing the specs. They are not showing the specs. Or do they? Wait, Steam... What if we go for the gabecube? Do this, do this. This is a little bit odd, but whatever. Banana! Dude, they have a banana for scale. Wait, literally pog. Okay, stats. Show me... Oh, now we're talking. Okay, micro SD. That's huge. You made me. See? See? That's what I mean. Power button, indicator LED, display, HDMI, AC, Ethernet, USB-C, USBs. Okay, that's kind of good. Okay, CPU, semi-custom AMD Zen 4. Could have really done Zen 5 at this point, but okay. 6 cores, 12 threads. Not bad. 4.8 gigahertz. That's a lot. 30 watts TDP. Okay, this is actually not a bad... This doesn't seem like a bad CPU, actually. It is like a generation behind, because it is AMD Zen 4. Zen 4 to make it cheaper, exactly. And also the same thing for 6 core, 12 threads. Because like, the most optimal thing for gaming is going to be 8 cores, 16 threads. Although, actually, a lot of games... a lot of games don't actually utilize more than a single core. So, or they utilize like only a couple cores. But it's still a thing where it's like a lot of games still are stuck on single core performance. So actually having 4.8 gigahertz on this is probably gonna be better than you know. But also 4.8 is quite a lot for Zen 4. So it is a really good CPU for Zen 4, to be honest. GPU, AMD RDNA 3, 28 CUs, 2.48 gigahertz. Okay, that one I don't know. I think GPU comparison is a lot more complicated. So this one will have to be benchmarked. CPU is actually kind of alright. This thing needs to be benchmarked for sure. 16 gigabytes DDR5 plus 8 gigabytes GDDR6 VRAM. I mean, 8 gigabytes VRAM in 2025 though? And 16 gigabytes RAM? That's very little. I mean, it's enough probably to get you through most games. But I guess it is like a mid-spec PC, probably. So it's like what, gonna be $400, $500? But yeah, it is kind of mid. 2 Steam Deck machine models, 512 and 2 terabytes. That's kind of interesting. Both model includes a high-speed micro SD card slot. Okay. Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth, integrated, Steam Controller wireless adapter. Yada yada, gigabit Ethernet. Size, weight, 2.6 gigabyte, KDE Plasma, support of Steam Arch. Okay, they don't show the price yet. They don't show the price, which is kinda, you know, sussy, but it doesn't seem bad actually. From the hardware standpoint, it seems like a pretty mid, sort of PC. I mean, again, it can be cheaper that way. Yes, indeed. I mean, their point is to try and sell it first, right? And then, you know, it's gonna be okay to run most games that people are actually gonna play. The thing is, it's gonna be okay for them. It's not gonna be spectacular, but it is gonna be okay. I'm scared of the price, but since it's not that good of stats, it can be cheaper. Yeah, it's probably gonna be, you know, my expectation is like, what, $500? I mean, let's take a look. What is Zen 4? Let's see, AMD Zen 4 6C/12T. I don't remember which one. 12T. 76X. Probably this one actually. Let's see if this is one. 6. Wait, that is only. Wait, that is only. That is only 6. Wait, 6 cores, right? Yeah, this is 6 core. AM5. No, that's Ryzen 5. Or wait, no, Ryzen 5 doesn't matter. AM5 socket is the same between Zen 4 and Zen 5. So it's probably this CPU that they actually have. So how much is this? This is $200 on the CPU. I mean, I guess this is also... Oh yeah, this is also with value-added tax. So you can remove like 20% of this. So let's assume that the CPU is going to be... You know, let's say that this is $150, roughly. And if they are ordering them in bulk, then obviously they are gonna get a cheaper price from AMD. So let's say that, you know, half of your gabecube is the GPU cost, like 100 and, you know, let's say that $300 of that is your GPU, but that $300 is also, you have to understand that, you know, with bulk purchases like Valve would do, they would get a much bigger discount on this to remain profitable, basically. So, you know, let's say that let's say that they get like $200 per GPU, $100 per CPU or something. That is $300 for the deck. And with some additional peripherals and everything and assembly, it would, I feel like, make sense that this is something like $500 overall. Where it's like they sell it for $500 and they take some profit margin of like 10% or 15% maybe somehow. So I think that maybe $500 makes sense for this thing. Based on the like cost of the CPU alone right now. And also because it's like generally a pretty good price consensus among players. Because like Switch is also selling like hotcakes at $450. I mean Switch 2. So if Gabe looks at this and thinks, okay, wait, but it is literally a PC which can play so many more games. So Gabe can look at this and be like, okay, but if it's just 50 more and it does so much more, then it's kind of good. All right, anyway, we kind of have derailed the conversation quite a lot. I wanted to practice some more stuff in Silksong, but I think that this is what we're gonna start with tomorrow, actually. I'm gonna try to run some save files for practice because that is literally the only thing that we have left. There is literally nothing else that we have going on for Silksong right now. I mean, we'll finish Act 2 and then beyond that... Oof. Oof. Act 3, I'm gonna need to practice a bunch for Act 3. Although, quite frankly, most of it should be fairly easy. Alright, anyway. That's all for me for today, actually, folks. It has been quite a stream today. It has been fun. We almost lost the Steel Soul. And instead, we're actually doing really well. We're almost into Act 3. Which I feel like we can just do 100% after this. But have a good night, fellas. I wish you a good one. I will see you. Bye bye.